this Sunday's edition of Scoreline, a show that comes live to you every 2 to 3 p.m. And on the first part of this show, we had a look at what is going on right now with, of course, a look at the results from the Mombasa International Marathon, the Berlin Marathon, where Kenenisa Bekele got to emerge to emerge the winner. And just before the break, we spoke to Robinson Okenya, who is at the sidelines of the Safari Sevens tournament, where the Kenyan team will be playing in the semi-finals, hoping to make it to the finals and hopefully lift the 2016 Safari Sevens title. But now back to studio, I have with me Henry Kiro, a multiple Paralympic champion who is just back from the Rio Paralympic Games, where he won a gold and a bronze medal. There next to him, we have John Peter Omolo, who was the team manager to the team that represented Kenya at the Paralympic Games. We also have Kiroi right here, who is works for a non-governmental organization that works with people who have various disabilities. And I will go straight to, of course, Henry Kiroi. It's good to have you in studio. How was your experience at the just concluded Rio Paralympic Games?
First of all, I send a condolence for those who lost their lives during the accidents, and we are happy for the winners, all marathon with the winners of Paralympics. We thank God for guiding us to Rio, and we performed well in Rio, and we happy about what we done in Rio. Mm-hmm. We thank the KNBC and the government for what he has provided for us, and we are so happy about our country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And of course, for you, you had really wanted at least to come back with a medal after the poor show at the London Olympics. Probably, what did you do differently this time round?
We thank the KNBC and the government because it gave us early preparation, because we came to Nairobi and we were training at Ngong almost 1.5 months. So we have never been having such things, and we thank for that. So we were well prepared by the government and the KNBC, and we thank them, and we performed well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And to the team manager, Mr. John Peter Omolo. Yes. Probably, are you satisfied with the performance of the Kenya's team to the Paralympic Games?
Yes, I'm satisfied according to the number of athletes I went with. As you can see, we went with 9 athletes, and comparing what we have, it's about 87% comparing to our Olympic team. Mm-hmm. You know, we can count that each and every athlete came with a medal.
Yeah.
Because having 6 medals against 9 athletes is not easy. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I'm satisfied.
Okay. Yeah. And probably before we come to challenges, what went right with these 9 athletes? For them to perform so well, what did the team? Is there something that the team did probably before its departure or during its stay in Rio?
Yes, as earlier I told the public when I was being interviewed earlier, that each and every athlete I expect a medal, because we started early. Apart from bringing them in the camp early, but these people were ongoing, doing their practice and training, preparing for the Olympic. Olympic is a big event. Paralympic is a big event. So it's not an event you just wake up and go and participate. Mm-hmm. As you remember, these people went for different qualifying events before we took them to Rio. Mm-hmm. So we have early preparation, and as Mr. Kirwa said, the government and Kenya National Paralympic Committee took us to the camp earlier, 1.5 months early before our departure. Mm-hmm. So this really helped us to participate in and having this medal we are having now.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And you work with a non-governmental organization that deals with probably people with various disabilities. What does your job entail, and what is your involvement with Henry Kiro?
Thank you very much. We are Africa Alliance for Health Research and Economic Development. Our main work is empowerment and making sure that there is inclusivity in development. What we are focused more when it comes to athletes is how they can be factored and made part of the mainstream contributors to our economy, particularly those who are visually impaired, like Mr. Kirwa. So what we encourage the government and all players and stakeholders is to focus into the visually impaired persons and physically challenged, and make sure that all that they are doing is very important, and they put the necessary support to their infrastructure and also guide them so that they contribute to the development, and particularly looking at the youth and them that are physically challenged and impaired, to make sure that they perform well. And what we also do is to make sure that they are empowered on issues of managing resources that they achieve. Maybe like when they score, they make money, they need to know how to utilize it for their economic success.
And Kira, of course, back to you. 2008 Paralympic Games, of course, still remain your best ever games. You were there in London 2012 again in the Rio Paralympic Games, and many would want to ask, and especially speaking to maybe the visually impaired athletes or any athlete who has any sort of disability. For you, what would be your advice to them? How have you remained, so green all these years?
Oh, well, what I can say, I'm advising my colleagues to maintain their train, and to perform well, you have to have high discipline. And you stay well, take care of your health, and you have to focus what you are supposed to be doing. Maintain your training, and I wish them to maintain their training always. Me, as I'm a senior athlete, I really appreciate my colleagues, those who we have been training together in my area. Because if you don't have something like a group, that is a teamwork. So we have been training together, and they help me to maintain my career. And what I can advise my colleagues to maintain their training is to have high discipline.
And Kira, you are not just an athlete, you're also an ambassador.
Yes.
Probably tell us about that. What ambassador are you?
Okay. 2008, I was given UN Person of the Year, and I was given UN Ambassador. It is actually after 2008, what I did, the half money, what I was given by the government, I used to provide people living with disability in my area. Because I helped some people in my area. After that, I just go on, and we joined to almost in our country. Because I've been in Mombasa, I contribute 3.5 million and wheelchairs, and I was supported by the United Nations.
Okay.
I went to Kisumu, and I donate some wheelchairs. So if we go around all over the country, and we empower our people, and we empower them to join the sport, that is why United Nations linked in. And what I performed 2008. Last year, I was given Africa Mashariki ambassador again, because I've been fighting about Africa. Because in Africa, we don't recognize people living with disability. And that is why we are telling the government to see how they can assist the people living with disability. If we go to other countries, like China, where we came from, Brasilia, they recognize the people living with disability. Here in Kenya, they don't recognize. So I thank the United Nations for recognizing us and Africa Mashariki. But we are requesting the government also to be part of recognizing people living with disability. Because now, if we don't get support from them, we don't do anything. So, and we urge all supporters to support people living with disability so that we can maintain how we can assist them.
Very well and very passionately put right there, Henry Kiro, and probably Bwana TM manager, probably echoing Henry Kirua's sentiments about government support. Do you feel like the Paralympic Games team got as much support or get as much support as the Olympic Games teams?
Okay, so far, what I can say, I can emphasize on what Mr. Kiro has just said. Okay, we are growing each and every time. As a person with disability, I went for school for physically handicapped from nursery to Form 4. The challenges we've been having, right now I can say that it's a little bit improved.
But you can do it better.
Yeah, we can do it better. I want to emphasize on that. Right, as I can say now, Kiro has a medal.
2 medals.
But the 2 medal is not recognized by like the able body medal.
Aren't the Paralympians part of the government reward scheme?
Yes. But let's say a common mwananchi, if you show him, he say, how can a blind man run 1500 meter? Let me tell you, I was shocked with the event of 1500 meter where Kirwa got bronze. Our able body finished with 356, and Kirwa finished with 349.
If he had been at the Olympics,
yes,
would have beaten Matthews and
so
Trovis.
So the disabled people, as the people in the world who has taken that event, I can say that. Yeah. So we should be recognized as well as others. As Mr. Kiro has said, other countries, if not about even disabled, if you have a medal, they cry. The nation stands still. They are worshipping gold.
Yeah.
But here, our flag has been carried, lifted 6 times. That's branding Kenya. Worldwide.
Yeah.
No any other brand can be like that. So each and every model here in Kenya, I request people to respect. Having a medal in the world is not easy. How many countries? 100 and something, 160 something.
176
countries.
countries took part this year.
How, and our athletes become number 1. So in the old world, we were number 35. How many countries have we beaten? With only 9 athletes. So I say that I request the nation, even not the government, the nation and the public at large, that when seeing this thing, and I appreciate the media for giving us this opportunity to air this, by seeing this, they should be very, very, very happy. Like now, the T-shirt and the jumper I have, some of them are being just snatched, but because they want Kenya, that brand Kenya.
Yeah, brand
they are
Kenya.
crying for our flag. They are crying for our uniform. So we should also be happy of our country and our achievement. Yeah.
And probably in very few words, what has your experience been working with the athletes with disability? Very few words.
Yes, thank you very much. The challenges of athletes with disabilities mostly is the recognition and the support that they get. I can say it is still low, and also the training facilities across the country has not increased the support for the athletes with disabilities. And we need that to be focused. The same is sensitization and awareness that many athletes who are, or potential athletes who are supposed to really run are still silent just in their homes, and they are not able to come forth because of fear that they are not recognized, and their self-value needs to be improved. So what we are supposed to do as a country is to embrace every athlete, with whichever the situation. And then what he has said about Kirwa, what he has done, the name that he has given is not different from the name it has been given by somebody who is old. So what we need to embrace is we need to know that these are our heroes, give them the due respect, the due honor, and support them and let them be our ambassadors. When we say brand Kenya and doing all those kinds of stuff, they should be part of this initiative. And these are the people who are going to really add more value to our economy, because many visitors, when they see him, they recognize him more than you can take any other person
Very
there.
true.
So we need to really take them as a serious part of our economy and use them to really brand our country and make sure that they contribute to our economy and support. Like when the UN recognizes, he's our ambassador at Africa Alliance. And what he's doing is great because when we go somewhere and he speaks to the young people, they know that he has worked hard to achieve what he has gotten.
Okay.
So what we need is to support them.
So thank you very much, and I'm told time. Yes, sure.
Before you close, I would like to appreciate the government of Kenya for supporting us and all stakeholders who support us, which has made this successful. And I would like to appreciate His Excellency and the Deputy for seeing us through to Rio. And the word and encouragement before we leave is what makes us also know that our Father of the nations also have supported us. So we are requesting them to continue with their heart and also sensitize people on disability issues.
Yeah, we do appreciate you for sure. Henry Kirwa, any last words?
What I can say is thanks for media. If without media we would not be somewhere. So I really say thanks for what we have been doing, and I will thank the government, as my colleague says, and I urge my colleagues to continue training.
Okay.
This is not the end of everything. We have to continue.
So thank you very much for coming.
Okay.
Asante sana, Henry, and all the very best in your future endeavors. I hope we will get to see you at the Tokyo Paralympic Games in 2020 as a coach, as an athlete, in whichever capacity. And of course,
I'm now graduating to marathon.
Okay, all the very best, and time is not on our side at all, and that's where we end this afternoon's edition of Scoreline. The top 5 moments of the week will unfortunately not be coming to you this afternoon until next Sunday, but be sure, of course, to stay with us. We will be bringing you all the highlights from the happenings of the Safari Sevens tournament in our subsequent bulletins. My name is Lynn Washira. Do have a very good afternoon, and definitely keep it KTN News.